Real estate vocabulary Alabama flashcards, 25 questions with explained answers. Flashcard 1. Term, accessory uses. Definition. Blank are uses that are related to but a little different from the principal use of the property. Flashcard 2. Term, agency coupled with an interest. Definition. An agency coupled with an interest is a situation in which an agent has some kind of interest in the property that's being sold. Flashcard 3. Term, transferability. Definition. Blank is the fourth element of value. Transferability is the key element of value in real estate. Your property could be worth millions of dollars, but if you cannot transfer the title to the property to a buyer, then you have no sale. Likewise, if a real estate buyer has written a great wholesale offer that has been accepted by the seller, the deal is worthless unless the seller can transfer a clear property title to the buyer. Flashcard 4. Term, disclosure. Definition. The D in our old car is the next fiduciary duty of disclosure. Remember, this is a required fiduciary duty in all brokerage relationships, even in a no brokerage and transaction broker relationship. Flashcard 5. Term, confidentiality. Definition. The C in our old car stands for confidentiality. Confidentiality is perhaps the most widely accepted fiduciary duty. You are obligated to safeguard the confidence and secrets of your principal, especially if that information can weaken your client's bargaining position. Flashcard 6. Term, mineral rights. Definition. Blank are the right to take minerals out of the ground. Today these rights are associated with oil and gas leases, which are agreements that landowners make with companies to take specific resources or products out of the ground. Flashcard 7. Term, community property. Definition. Blank, which is a right of a spouse, entitling him or her to 1/2 interest in real property that was acquired during a marriage. Flashcard 8. Term, special agent. Definition. An agent who is hired by someone to represent that person in one transaction. Flashcard 9. Term, denial. Definition. Is when an individual refuses to acknowledge that he made a mistake or refuses to take responsibility for their actions. An example of this is a listing agent who told his realtor buddy that his seller would accept $20,000 less than the listing price, and then denies this conversation when the lowball offer is presented to the seller. Flashcard 10. Term, agency by ratification. Definition. Agency after the fact. Suppose a real estate agent, without authorization and without ever speaking to the seller. Flashcard 11. Term, group boycotts. Definition. Get together and agree not to do business with someone. Flashcard 12. Term, exaggeration. Definition. While not a blatant lie, an exaggeration stretches the truth to give a more favorable impression. The listing agent advertises a home as having a fabulous view, when in reality it is a peak of the bay and only in the winter. Flashcard 13. Term, riparian rights. Definition. Blank are the rights of property owners who own land abutting rivers and streams. The rights vary a little depending on whether the river or stream is considered navigable, or capable of supporting commercial water traffic. Flashcard 14. Term, accounting. Definition. The A in our old car is the next fiduciary duty of accounting. Remember, this is a required fiduciary duty in all brokerage relationships, even in a no brokerage and transaction broker relationship. Flashcard 15. Term, liens distinguishing traits. Definition. Voluntary or involuntary, you either agree to have a lien put on your property or it's put there against your will. Flashcard 16. Term, fee simple determinable. Definition. In this situation, title remains with the new owner as long as any conditions of ownership are being met. Flashcard 17. Term, 1866 Civil Rights Act. Definition. Race. Flashcard 18. Term, 1974 Housing and Community Development Act. Definition. Sex, gender. Flashcard 19. Term, subsurface rights. Definition. Blank an example of subsurface rights is selling the city an underground or subsurface easement to install a sewer line across your property. Flashcard 20. Term, reasonable care and diligence. Definition. The R in our old car is the last fiduciary duty of reasonable care and diligence. As a licensed agent, you are expected to be a competent real estate professional and use reasonable care and diligence in working with your client. Flashcard 21. Term, leasehold estates. Definition. Blank are considered interests in real estate because they give some rights to the tenant, such as a right to exclusive possession and use, while the owner retains some rights, such as ownership, the right to collect rents, and the right to sell the property. Flashcard 22. Term, fee simple, also called fee simple absolute or infeasible fee. Definition. Blank this fee estate is the most complete form of ownership without limitations on rights of ownership, except for public and private restrictions on what can be done with the property. Flashcard 23. Term, liens. Definition. Are financial claims against someone's property. When a lien is attached to real estate, it can limit ownership in a couple of ways. Flashcard 24. Term, easements in gross. Definition. This type of easement benefits another person rather than a piece of property. Flashcard 25. Term, fee estate. Definition. The term fee estate is really a general umbrella term for unlimited ownership rights subject to different limitations, if any.